Hello, Libra, and welcome. This is going to be your messages for February 2025. If you're liking or resonating with this, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you have not already. Okay, so Libra, let's get your prophecy for February 2025. Please keep in mind that the month of February is not here yet. So when this is recorded, this is being recorded in advance. So it's not here yet. Okay, so give it time for the messages to resonate. Also, when February does get here, still give it time, because you have about 28 days for things to start resonating with you once we get into February. Okay. All right. So your divine astrological messages are: leave me alone. Leave me alone. For some of you, you may feel it is someone's best bet to really leave you alone. And when I say you mean it, you really, really mean it. This is a particular person or a particular group of people or multiple people who have been messing with you. People who have been either trying to bully you, or trying to hurt you, or trying to destroy you, cancel you, or trying to go against you in some kind of way. People who have been teasing or taunting you. You're like, leave me alone. You're over this. You are so over something that keeps happening. Could be around your job. Could be in some type of other way. Something around your career. Career stands out a lot. So it can be something surrounding your career, which is why people are doing this. Or this could be colleagues or people that you know in business. And you're wanting to be left alone by these people. You are not bothered. Like, what I mean by that is, you don't show signs to them that they're bothering you, but really you don't want to be bothered by them either. Even if you wear it well, it still bothers you, because the fact that they're doing it, and it may not be what they're doing, it may not be what they're saying, the fact that they keep doing it. So for you, you're going to be distancing yourself from these folks. Really, really creating distance. Really going to be creating boundaries. Really going to put your foot down and show people that what y'all are doing, I'm over it. You're tired of people playing on your psyche. They like to play on your mind. When people, listen to me, when people play on your mind, that is an act of Satan. That's an act of the devil. Because that's the one way that the enemy works through people in order to get to you, your mind. So the things that people say, they know that you are hearing it, and they know that that's the thoughts that are going to fill your mind. So they feel like if, in order for you to, this is how they feel. This is the psychology of satanic people, like people who are possessed by a spirit that goes against you. You have to understand that it's a spirit possession. You have to start looking at life like that, because if you don't, you're going to be lost in this world. You have to understand that it's a spirit possession. So when Satan moves his spirit through these people and they start to come at you like this, you have to know that they are doing it because the enemy knows that the thoughts that you're receiving in your mind are going to become your thoughts. I'm sorry, the things that you're hearing are going to become your thoughts. And in order to get you to have a troubled mind, he creates trouble using the people around you. But You have to counteract the enemy. And the way that you counteract the enemy when this happens is to fill your mind with positive thoughts. Positively charged frequencies are going to drown out lower vibrations. The higher you ascend, the better your mind. So what's going to help you in February is mindfulness. Minding the things that you are listening to, what you're choosing to believe, what has become your thoughts. By the end of February, you're going to really have to sit down and do a self-observation, and really sit down by the end of the month after all of this plays out. You're going to have to really think about it. What has been consuming your thoughts, and how much is it? And if the bad outweighs the good, then you know that there's a particular thing you've got to do going into March. And that's going to be, you're going to have to ramp up your spiritual practices. You're going to have to ramp up your spirituality. You're going to have to ramp up whether you are a Christian, you're going to have to fill your thoughts, your mind with more peaceful music, gospel, the word, listening to more like church videos, church service sermons. If you're a spiritual person, you're going to have to meditate more. You're going to have to fill your mind with higher frequency music, meditation music, to keep you going. If you are a believer and not religious, you may be non-denominational or something like that, but if you're just like a believer, right, then what you're going to have to do is, in order to make sure that your thoughts are coming from the beliefs that you have in your heart about yourself and about life itself, then you're going to have to fill your mind with things like podcasts, positive words, like when people get on podcasts or YouTube videos and they give positive encouragement and uplifting things, or like readings, oracle, spiritual, tarot readings and things like that. Something you're going to have is things you're going to have to do if you find that this is still going on by the end of the month, in order to fill your mind back up with the positive things, to drown and suffocate all of Satan's works. You're going to have to reframe the inner workings of your mind in order for you to stay focused on the lighter side, or the light aspect of God, to let that in. Because see, with these people, what Satan does is, Satan knows how to play with the subconscious mind of individuals. The part of your mind where sometimes you can't really control it, or you're not always aware of it. But God is there too, also in the subconscious part of your mind. So the hardest part for humans sometimes is distinguishing where is God and where is Satan, because you're in the dark. Like in the subconscious part, it's hard to decide who is who, what voice is what voice. But in order for you to always find your way to God in the subconscious, is to counteract Satan and play on the subconscious positive aspects, such as your intuition, meditation, spirituality. Because that's something that he doesn't know how to do. So you guys are going to be thinking a lot about a lot of things in February, and you're going to be catching on to hints that people are leaving behind. People have somehow become blind to what they have done or to what they do, but they want to see what you do. But you see it all, and that's the thing about you. You see you and you see them. You're very raw and authentic in the way that you can acknowledge yourself, and you can acknowledge what you see. And you're going to be removing yourself from this whole thing immediately. When these people do this, they're going to be, listen, these people are about to get a shock of the century. The biggest, greatest shock of their life is on the way in February. You are about to shock the socks off of all of these people, because you're going to really distinguish yourself from them in a major way. These people are going to know and cannot deny that you have decided to partner up with God. Oh, you're about to flip the script. You're about to flip the script. And if people thought that you were like, you didn't really have God in your life, or if they thought that you were just saying things, or if they thought it was a game, or if even if you can admit to yourself that you've got a little disconnected, or you lost a little bit of your focus on God, even if you can admit yourself that your relationship had became strained with God and you did have some type of distance, not in February. You're about to flip the script on everybody. People are going to be like, oh, so now you're choosing that side? And when you do this, it's like you're going to spiritually blast everybody off. I'm telling you. Everybody's gone. Everybody's got to go. Who's working against you? They are going to be left behind, you guys. So what you need to do in February is pay attention to the messages from the universe. The universe is saying to you, I'm communicating with you through numbers, patterns, and symbols. Synchronicity is here. There's going to be signs letting you know what is going on. And there's also going to be signs letting you know how to get your way out of this thing that's happening in your life. All of these naysayers, all of this, people think they can just do this. Oh, there's going to be a huge change in February. Your motto for February is pay attention to the signs. I pay attention to the signs. That's going to be your motto. I pay attention to the signs. You're going to see. So it's like you're going to have a navigation tool. And that's what these agents of the enemy are not going to know about you. You're going to have a navigation tool at your use. You're going to be able to gracefully navigate your way through all of these mazes and like all this confusion that the enemy is throwing at you and trying to come at you in different ways. You're going to be able to hopscotch all around this until you get to a point in February where you're no longer on that playground with these people. You're going to find your way to the pearly gates. And when you do release yourself from this, because it's like going from hell to heaven, it's going to feel like that, because you're about to liberate yourself and unchain yourself from what the enemy had wanted to do to keep you down. You're going to free yourself. And that's going to be through God's help. All right. Thank you, Libra. God bless.